In this video, we will review the second and third functions of the VRS Versatile Advanced Electronic Indicator that is made in USA. In previous videos, we reviewed the primary functions and the construction. In an additional video, we review the short-range radio paired with the free mobile app electronic dial indicator that is found in Google Play as well as App Store for iOS devices. So the second will activate the top row, data, plus minus, and res. We're going to start with plus minus, which is travel reverse. We will press and release the second button. Second icon will appear on the LCD. Then we will press the travel reverse or plus minus. You can see the icons changed. Now we are negative on the inward stroke of the spindle. We want to go back. Second plus minus. Now we're positive. More dramatic. Second plus minus. Negative icon appears. Second plus minus. It disappears. The next is resolution. RES, right above the tol button, which stands for tolerance. You would hit the second, the res button. Now we go into the menu for programming your resolution. You can always program to a coarser resolution than the gauge you purchased, not a finer. This gauge we purchased or manufactured is a 50 millionths or 1 micron resolution gauge. I can hit the change button and toggle through my resolutions. So we have 50 millionths, 1/10, 5/10, 1 thou. Hit the apply button to set the desired resolution. If I use the inch metric, it goes back and forth. Now I'm at 2 micron. And if you want to see the same for the metric or millimeters, hit the second res. We're going to go from 2 to 10 micron, 20 micron, 1 micron, 2 micron. Once again, hit my apply button, and I've applied the 2 micron. So the last second function is data. There's 3 main data methods. There is a radio. There's a short-range radio that is built in, an optional long-range. There's a data port on the right, and we can store the data in the indicator. So if I have a cable here plugged into my Hiroshi connector, cable icon will display showing the connection, and when I press second and data will come on the LCD and the LEDs will blink indicating I've sent data through that data port. Now you don't need to manually set this. You can do this from your data collection system. You can request data from the indicator to be sent. But if you just want to send a reading, second, data, I just sent data if I have my cable plugged in. If I don't have a cable and I haven't set up my radio module, then I am storing these readings in the indicator. So every time I do that, you see the data, the LEDs blink, and I am storing different readings. I can store up to 200 readings in the indicator. It will store them in sequence. It will not timestamp them or date stamp them. To view those readings, I would hit the second, on 0, hold. I've stored 9 readings. The 9th reading was 1/10. Then I hit the move key, which is underneath the second here. My 8th reading was 639 thousandths, 3/10, and I can scroll through there. If I want to see my first reading, go to 1, and it will show my reading was 0. So if no cable is set up and you haven't set up a radio module, then we're storing the readings in the indicator for you. You can use our single gauge software to download them, or you can just scroll through them on the display. While I'm in this mode, in the stored reading mode, I can erase them all by just pressing the on 0 button until none appears on the screen. Now I hit the move, doesn't do anything because I just erased them. To exit, I can hit the apply, or on a lot of these menus, I can hit the off button to exit a screen I'm not sure what I'm doing in there. So those are the primary, secondary functions. We also have a great function here we're going to go over, which is the mode function. Mode, incremental is the standard mode, just giving you incremental measurements. I press and hold this down, and I will toggle through the different modes, incremental to preset to TIR. So I'm going to release it when preset is blinking. It's going to go into my setup mode where I can change. I use my functions apply, move, and change when I'm doing programming. So let's say we want a positive reading. We're going to hit the move, go to the next icon that's blinking. Now I can hit the change to change that. I'm going to change that to 0. Then I'm going to move the blinking digit over, and we're going to set it up at 1.5. Then I would hit the apply. I'm in preset, and now whenever I zero the indicator, it will read 1.5. So that's my new 0 point. So those are presets, very easy. Once again, to get out of this mode into a different mode, we're going to go to the TIR. I'm going to press and hold down the mode button. Wait until TIR is blinking, release it. TIR is the difference between your max value, your peak, and your min value, your valley. So I'm going to zero the indicator about halfway through the travel, and you can see there's my TIR. I really like this analog feature in TIR and hold. It gives me an indication of what's going on when my numbers are not moving on the LCD. So now if I want to see my max and my min hold, not just my TIR, I go into the hold function. Press and hold it down. The freeze will start blinking. Now the max. That was my max value. Press and hold it down again. If you want to see my min, I can release it when it's blinking. It's a negative 357,007 So those are the two values. And then if I want to just get out of there, I'm back to my TIR value again. So TIR, great. You can zero it then. The hold function is just a freeze and a way to toggle to see the max and the min. So if I want to freeze my TIR, I just froze that value. I'm moving my spin all around, but I froze that value. Now when I unfreeze it, it's going to jump up to my new TIR. Nice, easy to use, lots of features in the TIR. Love the analog display, love the freeze hold, as well as the max and the min values of my peak and my value. So now I'm going to go back to incremental, the standard mode most people will use. Incremental, I pressed and hold the off mode button till the INC was blinking, and I'm in that value. Some other great features is the lock. I really like the lock. This is a really advanced indicator. So many wonderful functions. You may only want TIR. You may only want min hold or tolerancing. So to lock those features and lock everything else out, activate those features. So let's say I want to activate freeze hold. I turn my freeze hold on by toggling it. Then I hit the second on 0 toggle. Lock icon will appear. And now anything I do, the lock will flash, tell me, hey, you can't change that. I want to turn on my tolerance, can't turn on my tolerance. I want to change my mode out of incremental. It's telling me I can't do any of this. Travel direction, nope, can't do that. So real nice function. It's locking the indicator in to just freeze hold. I want to unlock it, second on 0 toggle. Now I can toggle things back and forth like my inch metric, my travel reverse. Real nice lock function. If you want to take it a step further, let's turn our towel on this time, and we are going to put a code in. So I want to do tolerance, and I want to do, let's say, max hold. Press and hold the button down till max blinks. All right, my max is on, my towel is on. I'm going to lock this in with a combination. Second on 0, press and hold the towel button. 3 zeros will come on the screen, set will appear. Then I use the move, change, and apply to. So I'm just going to say 1. I change that flashing icon, move it over, change it to 1 again, move it over, change it again, hit the apply, lock the indicator. So I can toggle tile on and off. But and mode the hold button, but I can't use anything else. I can't change inch to metric. Once again, it's telling me no. I can't change my mode. I can't turn it off. But those are the only 2 functions that I've set. Real nice. So if I want to unlock it, second on 0, press and hold the toggle button, then put my code in. If you forget your code, don't worry about it. Call us. We have a master. People forget them all the time. Not a big deal. We also have it in the manual, the master. So we did a 111, use the change and the move, then the apply, and I've unlocked the indicator. Great, 2 different lock functions, easy to use, fantastic indicator. We have everything, ratios that you can put in this indicator. I'll show you that right now. You hit the second on clear off mode, ratio icon will come on the screen if you programmed it already. So we have a 0.5 ratio in here right now. I've got my travel reverse on, so let's take that off. So I have a 1:2 ratio. Now I want to change it. Hit the second on 0, hold down the off mode button. It's going to go into my setup page. Once again, I can use the move, change, and apply. So let's use the move. Let's make it a 2:1 ratio. I'm pressing, oh, went a little too far. It's okay. Now hit the apply button. I've set my ratio to 2:1. Before it was 1:2. You can put pi in here. You can put large ratios in here. The larger the ratio could affect your resolution to a coarser resolution because of the ratio. To toggle it off if I don't want ratio, second on 0 off, down back to my 639 thousandths travel indicator. Great. Let's say you get into a function that you don't know what you're doing there. Let's say we hit the second on 0, hold down the off, and we get into ratio, and we don't know what we're doing. You can always hit the off button to get out of there. Off button, exit me. This will exit you in tolerance as well. I'm in the tolerance, I'm holding it down. I want to program it. Let's say the high, don't know where I'm at. I can hit the off button. I've exited that setup menu. It's a really great indicator. Really excited about it. You should check out the other videos about the construction, about the sensor, the long battery life, the absolute positioning. Great made in USA indicator. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining us.